Hey everyone, this is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. It's Thursday morning, a lot to talk about, even though the weather is actually pretty quiet. It's been a boring pattern this week for a meteorologist, but really great for everybody else because it's been nice and cool in the mornings and we've had these beautiful warm afternoons, huge diurnal swings in temperature. So let's get right into what's going on right now. I could focus on the beautiful weather over us, but what's interesting this morning is what's going on over parts of Florida and the eastern Gulf of Mexico. If you look very carefully, right in there, we have a little swirl. Now, this is the remnants of what at one point was Tropical Storm Grace, way out in the Atlantic. It weakened, became like a tropical wave, and then moved over towards Florida. What's interesting is it looks like this little spin is going to sit down here for a couple days and then eventually try to cross over Florida and then move off the southeast coast. So it's something we'll keep an eye on, but because we have a cold front approaching from the Midwest, you can actually start to see it up here in parts of the Central Plains into the Midwest. As that front approaches from the north and west over the next couple of days, it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to start bringing in a lot of warmth, but it's also going to help keep this tropical disturbance off to the southeast as this cold front sweeps in by the end of the weekend. The good news, that's going to bring us some much cooler temperatures after a brief warm-up. Let's go down there and kind of show you what's going on. This is one of my favorite little maps of streamline and wind. So let's take a look at how this is going to unfold over the next couple of days. We'll go out to Sunday, and I'll show you how this low crosses over Florida, and you can see it off the southeast coast right there, kind of swirling there. So because of that being off the southeast coast, we're going to start seeing more of a northeasterly wind. Now, this backdoor front eventually is going to come in here on Monday. So watch what happens on Monday. The backdoor front moves through, and notice our winds, they're coming right out of the northeast. That backdoor front will be somewhere in here, and we've got this little low off the southeast coast. So that's going to actually kind of basically set up the potential that we're going to see almost a kind of a wedge setup. And what I mean by a wedge setup is that northeast wind is really going to bring cooler temperatures. Let me throw the temperatures on there. You can see the 60s and 70s that'll be advecting down in here. And as far as rain is concerned, we'll take a look at as far as what we're going to see as far as rainfall is concerned in this area. I do think we'll see some showers with that backdoor front moving in on Monday. Let me show you how Monday unfolds. There's our low, and you can see kind of the drizzle and mist out there. So something we're keeping an eye on as we go into next week. Now, the bad news, the drought monitor came out and we're in horrible conditions. North Carolina still 84% in drought, South Carolina 93%. So this tropical system, I'd love for this thing to be moving inland, but at the very least, we're going to see some showers around here as we go into Monday and Tuesday. But before now and then, it's going to get blazing hot. Let me show you why. I'll back this up a little bit and put the temperatures back up, and we'll go to Saturday. This warm front's going to be approaching from the north and west, and what it's going to do is really suck up a lot of moisture, or excuse me, a lot of heat just ahead of it. So we're going to see some pretty warm temperatures across the southeast, maybe pushing 90 degrees before that front moves through. Did want to do a quick update on the tsunami. If you've been paying attention, big earthquake last night. The tsunami was very large on the Chilean coast, but in California this morning, there's been several small tsunamis from about 1/10 of a foot to maybe as high as a foot in some locations. So we'll keep an eye on that, but a tsunami advisory still in effect for the California coast. I hope you have a great day. I'll be on today at 4, 5, and 6. We'll talk a little bit more about our tropical system down here and see if it can get cranked up. In the meantime, enjoy the beautiful weather.